Yes, hello and good afternoon to everybody present here today, especially the media houses. Today we are here for the fifth Halat press conference. It was done last year, and this year we're back here again to answer the questions of the media because we were allotted that a lot of people had a lot of questions, and today we have different media houses here. And of course, we have Sister Jai, who is the, should I say the CEO or, yeah, CEO of Brand Plus and Halat Awards. And we have Chare, who we all know and recognize, and she's part of the panel of the Halat. So the floor is open. We're going to make this nice, short, and simple, and somehow civilized. Well, I'll let them do their own introduction. Let me start with myself before I hand over the mic. My name is Queenie B. I'm a radio presenter, but I'm here as part of the panel and also to support Sister Njai.
Okay, that's a lot. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Chara Sane, and I am part of the committee. Thank you.
Okay, I guess you all know me already, but formalities, I'm Salin Jai, aka Sister Jai, the CEO and founder of Halat and the Brand Plus.
Under the media personality category, we have nominees from online and of course the print media. Yeah.
Challenges. People will be surprised what challenges I'll be pointing out. It's far from the controversy that's going on because every award show should come with a controversy. In fact, not just an award show. Anything good that is going on should come with some sort of a controversy. So that's not a challenge that we face. The challenges is trying to do bigger and better things every year because we are a group of professionals that are looking way ahead of maybe what we can actually cater for. So we look way beyond what's available. We all know how limited resources are out here when it comes to putting up entertainment events and stuff. Because we have dreams of how we want the stage to look like. We want artists to be flying when they are coming to perform at the awards, but we cannot do that. So these are some of the challenges that we have, and also maybe on the side of partnerships and sponsorships. Because we've gotten to a point where we feel sponsors, companies believe they're doing us a favor. They don't see this as a way forward for all of us or a win-win. So maybe these are some of the challenges that we face. Okay, what triggered the award? It was born from a radio show, was a Halat radio show, which I believe everybody is familiar with. It used to be it still is the most controversial radio show. There isn't still any other show that is topping that show. So it was born from that, but the idea actually came from a conversation I had with my husband and few friends and colleagues. We were sitting together and just joking about it, just jokingly. And they were like, you should do awards and World Vibe will sponsor you. So that was how the idea came up. And then today we're here, and the second question is whether I do get support. Yes. I don't understand which support you mean, but if you're talking about financially is kind of a stretch because like I mentioned earlier, companies believe they're doing us a favor. That's what I feel, because you'll have to go to a company's you go to a company, see the CEO, you'll be sitting there, they'll leave you there for 1 hour. Then when you even have the chance to sit with the CEO, they'll tell you, oh, okay, we'll look at it and get back to you. That's what you will get maybe till day before the event. So that's why most times you won't even see certain logos on the flyers, and on the event night, you see us or hear the MC sending shouts to them because they came really late. So it's actually very hard. I don't know, I hope this is I hope they get to understand this is supposed to be a win-win, a partnership. Recently, we've seen the kind of partnerships artists are having with companies. We've seen an artist got a house from a company, and then through that house, we saw he was being endorsed. These are partnerships that we can build on other things if they give us the chance, but they don't even listen to us. They don't even hear us. Most times the mentality is, why are you giving this young lady 300,000 or 200,000 when my entire annual salary is less than that? I think that's how they look at it. They don't look at it as, okay, this 300,000 is gonna make this event big, or is gonna create employment opportunities to tens and hundreds of people, or this is gonna create a lot of opportunities for all these artists that are part of it, artists, presenters, and the list goes on. So yeah, these are some of the challenges, and aside from the few financial support that we get, we do this on our own. Even if we don't get financial support, this award is not going to stop. We'll keep sacrificing it, because when we started it, it wasn't about the money. Yeah, so we will keep doing it even if there is no financial support. So the selection starts from the fans, starts from the audience. I don't know if people have been following the Wassa Halat social media pages. Before we started anything, there were flyers with question marks on it, on the categories, asking you to send in your suggestions. You might not know it, but most of the selection comes from you guys. Most of the selection. And then aside from the fans, the followers, the audiences, there are prominent people in the scene that are sent forms to fill in on who they feel should be their selections, based on what they do from January 1st to December 31st. And then there is the team of judges, the Wassa Halat committee, that will do the final shortlisting, which will have to go in line with the work you do, the shows, your songs, videos, online streams, everything. So it's not just, we just sit down and think of, oh, Queenie should be on the list, oh, Chara should be on the list. No, it has to do with the work you do.
Would you like me to say?
I think you asked 3 questions.
Yeah.
No, I would love to answer that. You asked 3 questions. So the first one is from last year.
Yes.
I guess you just started following from last year then. Because since the award started, people have been complaining from the first year. That was when people started saying, I declined, I don't want to be a part of it, people complaining, this is not fair. So it has been there. That's why I don't understand when people feel this year there's so much problem. I believe this year they feel there is so much problem because ST complained. Because this is the first time he complained. He never complained before. So that's why I believe a lot of people think there is a problem. The second question is,
sending a direct message about collab of the year, music video of the year.
Okay, I think that's not a direct message to Wassa Halat, because when we nominated him, we emailed him. Yeah, I think you saw the email.
Yes.
Okay. Well, when he posted, there wasn't any tag. There wasn't any tag for Wassa Halat. 1, 2. That's not for us. And I'll say this very clear to all the artists, all the nominees. If you go on Facebook and make a post, that's not for us. That's for the fans to disrespect us, or that's you talking to your fans, because we emailed you, we made a phone call, spoke to you, or spoke to your team and emailed you. Now, if you want to talk to us directly, these are channels you need to use. But if you just post out there, why should we answer that? If you have to do that, answering every Tom, Dick, and Harry who make a post, then we won't even have the event, because we will leave everything and start answering, and then when the event comes, we'll be like, oh, we didn't set anything up. So that wasn't for us. I believe ST just posted that to his fans. And the last one was, is his international collab not worthy? Are you telling me if it's an international that has to be, just because it's an international, it has to be nominated?
No, I'm asking, do you think it is worthy to be nominated as now?
Well, it's not on the list, so maybe it didn't make the final cut. It didn't qualify.
And also, what people need to realize is every artist can have a collabo, but it also depends on how that collabo has an impact on the general public. You know, if I have a collabo, Sister has a collabo, but fans and people know Sister's collabo more than mine, why should I get upset? This is a thing that we are planning to do every year, and every year there are some winners and there are going to be losers. If you're a winner this year, congratulate yourself and your fans. If you're a loser, put in work and try to get next year maybe.
Besides, there are no losers in...
And I believe once you're nominated by your peers, once you're nominated by your fans, that enough should be a sign of respect for you, that your people are even considering you, that your people love you to that fact. When for me personally, when I see people turning down nominations and stuff, I don't see it as you turning down What's the Halat. I see it as you telling your peers, I don't respect you. I see it as you telling your fans, I don't respect you, because those nominations were based on that.
Yeah, no, but that's what we cannot do. There is no award ceremony that posts criteria, because we live in a competitive world, and even the biggest award don't post criteria. But there are just few that I'll touch on, which are very normal. Like, for example, for Song of the Year. For an artist or a song to qualify to be on the Song of the Year, it has to be an original song. Original meaning it has to be produced specially for you. Like, it doesn't have to be a cover song or just a downloaded bit you got from the internet. Yeah, these are some of the criteria. And there are criteria for every category. For every category, there are criteria.
But the number one basic line is the amount of work you do.
Yes, and everything. And okay, a lot of people don't understand. This is from January 1st to December 31st. It has to deal with your visibility. That's very important. Even if you're doing songs, music videos, doing shows in your house, people are not seeing it. You cannot be nominated. Let's be fair to ourselves. You are journalists. All of you are doing stuff. Do you think if your work is not going out there, people will know you? Exactly. So it has to be your work, the shows you do, the impact, the impressions, everything. It counts. Everything is counted, from online, from YouTube, from the streams, from the shows you perform, the songs, the streets, the impact you have on the streets. Everything counts. We try our level best. We try our level best to reach all corners of it, even though we are not perfect. Every year we learn something new. Every year we try to add something. So these are some of the things that we make sure we look into. Everything. We look into everything. We just don't say, okay, oh, he has nice songs, but yeah, he doesn't have videos, so let's dump him. No. We have to look at everything that you do, from songs to videos to shows, everything. Actually, What's the Halat is organized by a company called Brand Plus, which is a media and entertainment company. We are a young company, even though we've been doing stuff for a long time, but the registered company, Brand Plus, isn't here for long. So this is a good recommendation, and it's something that another group that I am a part of is working on, bringing industry players together, doing a lot of things. So yeah, it's good you mentioned this, because this is something a group that I am a part of is working on, and I think these are some of the things that we need to be doing. This needs to continue. It doesn't just have to be an annual event and then we rest the rest of the 11 months and then get back on the 12th month. So yeah, thank you very much, and we will take note and look into it for notes of the important details, the things we can add to what we are already doing, fixing the loopholes. We don't ignore everything. People might not know, but a lot of these things that they put out there is helping us grow. So we are not ignoring it, but we cannot stop the noise. We cannot stop them from talking. They have to keep talking. Come on. Open mic has been here for 12 years and people are still talking. What's the Halat is just 5 years old, man. Come on.
It's called What's the Halat, by the way.
Exactly.
What's the Halat? So you can
That routine, the noise?
Yes.
Well, how old is the Grammys X?
Over how many years, and they still get noise?
Yeah, the biggest music award in the world, Grammys, is
70 or 80 years.
yeah, and people are still talking. Yeah, in fact, it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. Yeah, yeah, and there are people that lost, there are people that won, and people are complaining. So. You cannot please everybody anyway.
I mean, if they have people like Will Smith 1 year boycotting the Grammys,
I mean, their personalities, you know, just to, I don't want to say supportive in the sense that it's just gonna be all rosy and beautiful and whatnot, but then also understand the implication of, you know, our platforms, of the things that we utter on our platforms, you know, and then of course if we're into playing music, what kind of music, because you have to have a sieve, aka tame, you know, because if you let everything that comes to you pass through, then that sets no standards. We have to have standards, and also at the same time that also means monetization. So let's think about all of these things and how we can be involved and come up with things and just basically put our stuff out there. But without you guys, I don't think the music industry would be where it is. I think everyone here has been or is, on either TV or radio at some point, and then this has helped, this set of people to be where they are today. And then I don't see any reason what's gonna stop you guys from just attaining whatever it is that you want. But then before you get to that point, people have to see that steadfastness. They have to see, that consistency, because without consistency, there is nothing. People, even in the beginning, would doubt you. They would talk about, just give them 2 years, they're gonna drop, and then you keep going and keep going. And then those same people who said that will now jump on your platform and just want to come and support, because now they have seen that this is real. This is not a drill.
It's bigger and better.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to commend Sister for that. I mean, I heard you mention open mic, but I'm saying, the amount of I dare I say disrespect that I see spewed out, especially on social media, towards the entertainment industry and some of the most active players, by the way. I cannot fathom that. I'm just saying, now, if you want to pull a lady down, this is probably, top 3, when it comes to ladies in the entertainment industry that have meaningful impact, by the way. I'm not talking about just maybe come invest money and da-da-da-da, but I'm just saying. So now this sister has been doing this from the radio to what it is now, the biggest entertainment award in the country. Now, we can only support. Now, if we see any shortcomings, any loopholes, any problems, anything that we feel could be better, yes, let's pass it on, sis. Yo, I think this or that or whatever, But somehow, I want to say this. This is for the artists and their entourages and their fans and whatnot. That being nominated for an award, I'm not sure if you guys covered that, but I just want to reiterate this. Being nominated for an award is winning in itself, because now, if we say, what category? Song of the Year, and there are like 5 nominees. Now think about how many songs were released in the year, right? Now that's probably 1,000 songs or more. Now out of those 1,000 songs, your song happened to be top 5. That in itself, because that's what nominations are for. It's not just about winning. Now, I don't know if you guys go back to the era of video cassette tapes. And when you see the even DVDs, when you see the credits, you see they'll be like,
Grammy nominated.
Grammy nominated or Oscar nominated or whatever. All the nominations are spelled out, because this shows you this is how big this is. If my song is top 5 in whatever category, or if I am in whatever category, that in itself is a big accolade. And that's something that should be celebrated. But I think we misconstrue what awards mean. We kind of take it to mean, oh, it's that one person that gets on the podium to hold that award that is the winner. No, this is just recognition for what you do. Now, out of these 5, well, these 5 definitely are top. This is what the people are vibing to. Now, one of them has to be, crowned, so that one person takes it. But your nomination, it doesn't devalue your nomination, So people should understand that this is about recognizing the efforts of the players in the music industry, I was just supposed to say something small, but once again,
we all know X.
Once again, I apologize. I apologize for coming late.
Okay. Well, when we just started, Sister Njai mentioned that we sent some few people to. We sent forms to some few people so that they can put in their efforts and send them back. Those are the influencers and big people, producers, and of the industry.
Okay, just to add on to that, like she mentioned, these are people that we get input from as well. First off, the Halat committee consists of music industry powers. I'll call them. They are all in the music industry in different areas. So when we do this, before we put in our own input, we get input from the public. That's the first step. And then we send in the forms. The forms goes to influential people in the scene, influential in the entertainment and music scene, and then they will send in their input as well. So it's a good recommendation. Maybe we will just expand it more. Yeah, get it to. I don't even know.
I think as an award, you guys have done some of the initial steps. To be nominated, it is up to the individual and your work ethics. Because basically, if in any industry, whether it's agriculture or whatever, if you are going to be awarded, it's based on what you put out and how much you put in and how much work you did. So I think that question should just go back to them, the people in the media who wanted to be awarded. Look at the people who are nominated, follow them, see what they've been doing, see what you're doing, and compare. If you need to add it, and hopefully we'll see you next year.
Somebody said their votes don't count, so they're not even voting. And I'm like, X, you know the trouble we go through in counting votes. I remember, this was the same example I gave. I remember the first year I was together with Ronald. It was around 7 p.m. Until that time, I had to beg him to stay because it was after his working time. He has to stay so we can filter, count the votes from the AfriCell voting platform. Every vote counts, both online and SMS. Because the vote comes in 50% and then the judges 50%. So every vote counts. So the advice to the voters is don't be misled that the vote don't count. They do. The second question is whether media personnel are going to be invited.
The artists those who have been shortlisted.
Well, let them just keep doing their work. And this, I keep saying it, don't work for the awards. Yes, don't work for the awards. Just do your work and the award will meet your work. The award will commend you for doing your work. You don't have to do a work for the awards. No, I hate that mentality. A lot of artists have been doing it, working for open mic, working for the awards. You don't have to work for the awards. You have a career to build. With or without the awards, you have a career. So don't work for the awards. So this is all I have to advise them. Let them do their work. Let them make sure there's visibility on their work. Because I got a complaint from an artist complaining, yeah, I deserve to be nominated on other platforms, blah, blah, blah. My project is out there. And I'm like, okay. So what I did was asking people questions. You know this artist, right? They'll be like, yeah, did you know about his project? They'll be like, oh, he had a project? And I'm like, okay, visibility counts. Visibility. Like the example I gave earlier. This report, if you guys don't write it and print it out there, people won't see it. So visibility counts. Just because yang sa kon boy yung la ball, hey, yang over bad boy, we touching it doesn't mean it's out there. Gambia is bigger than any street. So the last question is whether the artists are media is going to be invited. Okay, well, this is good looking. We reached out to you guys came, so all of you that are here will be invited. Yeah, you have a free pass to the awards. And we hope... What?
How sure are you?
How sure am I?
You guys signed your names, right?
No, you did sign your name, right? Yeah. And we hope you saying you need to come and observe so you won't put out wrong information, I'm guessing. I hope you wouldn't deliberately. Because the media does anything they want anyway. And looking at it, there's been a lot of negative vibe. But I haven't seen anybody saying, oh, this artist was wrong for doing this. There are a lot of things happening. All they say is, what's the halat? What's the halat? What's the halat, Sister Njai? I am part of the media, but I don't understand how the media works sometimes. But you guys are invited anyway. So
That was the last question, right?
that's the last question. Okay.
Okay.
So just to let me just wrap up.
Yes.
Let you guys wrap up. The event is this Friday, Penchumi Hall. It's a new venue. I hope people are familiar with the place. Red carpet starts at 8 p.m. I hope you guys make it clear when you write your articles and the coverages. Red carpet starts at 8 p.m. and we want to close early because we have an after party right here. at Ice Lounge. Yeah. And thank you guys for always coming on board when we call, and bigger and better always was the Halat. Even if I'm not here, what's the Halat has to continue. So this was not about Sister Jai.
Even if she dies in the morning.
Yeah, can we even have someone there and now freeze and then do them our so yeah, thank you guys always for coming, and good luck to all the nominees, and let's do this again, and 2021 bigger and better always. I'm already looking
Bigara.
forward to it.
I'm coming up with a new word. I'm tired of bigger. Bigara.
Tickets 300 advance, 500 at the gate, and VIP $1,000. And tickets will be available tomorrow, inshallah. There'll be a flyer released with the information on where you can get your tickets at. Yeah.
Any last words?
What do I
Mula
say?
like the last words. Wako lu one pakwa.
Anyways, thank you so much for coming. Thank you once again for coming. And as she said, it's Friday 31st, and it's at Pinchami. Your votes count. Bulen Kenna, your votes count. And I would like to say this: your artist deserves to win. So you need to vote so that he can win. Your vote counts. We'll see you guys on Friday, inshallah. We are not trying to bribe you so that you can write a very good, beefy article. We just want you to follow the journalism ethics and write what is on
Write the truth.
Yes. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you to all the media houses for showing up, and once again apologize for us starting late. A big congratulations to anybody that's been nominated, because it shows you put in the work. Just like they said, fans vote. Every vote counts, and see you guys on Friday.